All right, so the final cause of bunions. This is cause number 3 of 3. These are all coming from the article I just released, the 3 main causes of bunions. That is going to be linked below. I would highly recommend you check it out. But the third cause of bunions is going to be flat feet. This one, as well as the second one, is probably a bit surprising. Maybe this one less so than number 2. But either way, flat feet. Particularly flat feet that are acquired flat feet. So not natural flat feet, but acquired, as in your arches have collapsed. So, and this is more common than you think. It sounds severe, but a fair amount of people suffer from this. And majority of it has to do with our footwear. Anyway, when you develop this flat foot from your arches basically caving in, the problem is basically how your body weight is distributed throughout your body. Or I'm sorry, not throughout your body, like throughout your foot stance. Your body weight, the way it's distributed through the way your feet stand and hold it up. What I'm saying is it goes from the natural way, which would be your weight basically sits on the outside of your foot. Like if your feet were wet and you were walking, your footprint should kind of only show the heel, the outside of your foot, and the ball of your foot and toes. There shouldn't be a flat middle section. It should look like you only have an outside of the foot, because that is how we naturally balance our weight. We hold it on the outside of our feet. However, like I said, with this flat foot condition, what ends up happening is that because the arches have kind of collapsed on us, they can't support weight like we want them to, your weight ends up getting distributed a lot more through the inside of the feet, and that is not a great thing. The problem with this is that basically you go from the outside of your foot to the inside, but it's not that simple, because now the big toes used to basically get pushed. What is it? I need to remember this. They get pushed toward each other, which is a good thing because you want them to be wide. So if you're on the outside of your feet, the weight basically pushes them away from each other. Now though, when the weight is on the inside, they get pushed away from each other because your weight is kind of dipping in onto your big toe joint. So there's more pressure on them. And this is irritating, to say the least, to your big toe joint. If you have a bunion already, it's probably painful just to be on it for too long, without necessarily even doing anything, just standing, walking, running, I'm sure, but just simple activities are actually going to irritate it because, like I said, there's so much increased pressure put onto your big toe joint, even just from standing. So basically what ends up happening is, and we talked about this in the second one as well, so check out that last video that's referring to what I'm talking about here, but you basically are going to end up yet again doing this side loading thing where your feet are kind of angled in, and now when you walk, there's this awkward slanted push off of your big toe. It's not the foot like going straight and generating force like it should. Now your foot is dipped in, pressure is on the big toe, and it's pushing off your big toe awkwardly, which is, again, pushing it in even more. It's creating that hallux valgus position, the bunion position. So it's very uncomfortable. It will either hurt an existing bunion or it will accelerate the process of creating a bunion there. So not a very good thing. And we know that because that's probably why you're here. We're talking about bunions. It's already painful. You need to do whatever you can to make your gait better, to make your toe positioning better. You need to make it wider. You need to get better shoes, all of the above or whatever you see fit. But basically, this is the third out of 3 main causes of bunions that I'm talking about. And once again, the article is linked below. I highly suggest you read it. There is a visual in there of the walking motion that I'm talking about, where the side loading happens and why it is painful. I have several links within this article that will help explain a lot of the terminology I've been using. And I also link good shoes in there to wear, the ones that I wear myself and I really like. But yeah, otherwise, read the article, share it, share this video. I want more people to see it and help them, because these problems are actually not terribly hard to fix, in my opinion. I think it's doable. You just need the right information and you need to be willing to do it. As I said in the other videos, I have had a bunion myself. It was painful. It wasn't terrible, but it definitely sat me out of some of my athletic activities that I used to do. Soccer, taekwondo, for short periods of time. And, that sucks, because I'm all about doing what you want to do. Like, I hate being sidelined. It's just the worst thing. So, anyway, just check out the article, check out the resources in there. I'm going to have several things linked below this video. So check those out and share it with people who need it. And other than that, I will see you next time.